Hello there. This is the evening news with Francesco at 6. The DVP is now closed, so you have to go somewhere else. But where else can you go? Only Jesus can tell you that. This is Francesco Valcorsa, and I bid you good night. I can't think of anything else. I'm trying my best. I have really bad bags under my eyes, do I? Give it up to Jonah, the man of the night. Camera guy never gets any credit. He does not. Shout out to Matt Kuka. Can't get better than this. Not in vaudeville.
So I have your grandma's curtains here as a vest. After I smashed her. Got your grandfather's jacket. I have Indiana Jones's hat. They didn't give me brownies. I want brownies. Music is an access point to enter a different dimension. It brings your mind into a place beyond reality.
I like it. Oh, that's real shit right there. That's real shit right there.
That's stupid shit.
Hey, we're at Harris Studios tonight. We're broadcasting TMZ right here from the studio.
We are, well, you guys are, recording, possibly, yes?
You know what? We got a bunch of microphones plugged into this console that is used for recording. So
I thought that was just a really
we
fancy
might
jam session.
possibly
be recording.
It might be recording, it might not happen.
A song or two.
Yeah.
Just one.
Alright, let's start off with introduction of all you guys, and you can pass around and just say a little bit about yourself.
Alright, so I'm Michael. I play guitar. Yeah, pretty much move my fingers really fast.
Yeah, they call him lightning fingers on the streets. I'm Tom, and I'm doing vocals back here in the room.
My name is Mark Athanasiadis. I am playing drum. I am a die-hard Lars Ulrich fan. He's my favorite drummer of all time.
No, you're not.
Not even Lars Ulrich likes Lars Ulrich.
My name is Sandy, and I'm playing the bass because 6 strings is too much for me.
But 6 packs aren't too much for Sandy.
They're not too much for you.
Yeah. Sandy has a 6-pack.
No, I think he's talking about beer, right? The 6-pack?
No, he's got both. It's a double whammy. It's a 2-for-1 tonight.
Yo, pizza!
Hello?
It's pizza!
No way.
Pizza!
Hi, you're here? Okay, we're coming.
Yeah!
All right.
Okay, I want to go get
I'm
it.
not getting this.
Sandy?
Alright, so just tell me about the next showcase you guys are going to be playing.
Well, here at Harris, where we are right now, there's a bunch of students right now who put together a team, and they have been working on organizing this showcase for the last few weeks, and it's really shaping up to be a pretty cool bill. It's at the Piston,
May 11th?
May 11th.
18.
18th, sorry, that's a different event.
Yeah.
Also Confidential Records.
Yeah, you guys are confusing me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm like wearing this on my shirt and I thought I got it wrong. How embarrassing is that? But yeah, Michael, why don't you why don't you close this one off?
Oh.
Slam it home.
You basically said everything now.
Future shows!
Future show. Okay, well, future shows. We have, after that, in July 8th, we have Casey Roberts and After Funk, which is going to be a killer show at Lee's Palace. Hopefully we're going to have a single and video released by then. And then after that, we're going to try and release our new LP that will be coming out in the summer.
So just tell me, why do you guys love the Toronto music scene, if you guys even do? Who wants to take this one?
If we do.
Definitely
well,
love the
I
Toronto
mean,
music scene.
You know,
Love
there's
Toronto.
always
love
things that
Toronto.
you love and hate about something like that when you feel so passionate about it. Like,
Oh, I love Toronto.
there's always
I
like
love Toronto.
something that can, tick people off. But hey, one of the things that I love about this scene is that it seems like the other people are listening to when people are ticked off, and people react to it, and it's a constantly changing landscape, and also just culture around it. Like it can't be defined because it's ever changing. And that's what I really love about the Toronto music scene, is how so many bands, especially in the progressive rock, post-rock world, they're really trying to break boundaries, and I think that Toronto's really getting its own unique, distinct sound. Well, yeah, what do you love about the music scene, Michael?
The community is great. Like there's the musicians that are within it are very supportive, and everybody's very supportive towards each other, and everyone's helping each other out, getting shows with each other, being able to branch outside of Toronto and the GTA and kind of get more of like a Southern Ontario thing together. So that's a cool thing. Like, people really try and bring everybody within Toronto and then be able to branch out.
Oh, you mean like it's really easy to tour when you're from Toronto?
In a sense, it's like the connections are just great. Like, you just meet people, right? Like, you go to a show and you're gonna meet somebody at some point who you're gonna play with, who's gonna set you up with something, and it's just a very supportive and positive atmosphere to be around.
Yeah, and I guess like social media has really like helped kind of create that, just a sense that, you know, you can find these people right away after the show, and everyone's connecting, and, you know, it seems like all the events that we organize together, everything's done over Facebook, like just contacting all the bands, contacting.
Yeah, like I met a musician yesterday who I've probably been talking to on Facebook for the longest time.
Yeah.
It's just like everything's gone very social media nowadays.
It is what it is, but Mark, what do you think?
I like the scene here. Very, very multicultural. I mean, any kind of music you like, whether you're a jazz guy or a rock guy, metal guy even, or funk guy, there's like music everywhere. Every venue, specific rock venues. I mean, even the Hotel Rex downtown on Queen University, just to hear some like traditional or new innovative jazz, like it's there. Any kind of music you can find anywhere, like any venue, which is great. Good if you want to start any kind of music, or if you have a new band or any project, you can, like, Toronto is a good place to start.
Stop closing our venues.
Yeah, you know what? That's being made out to be such a bigger deal than it actually is. Like,
A lot of
the
it's getting
Hideout was
reinvented.
one of the bars that they were like, oh, it's closed. Well, hey, there's a new Hideout on College. Go check it out.
The
It's actually
Central
pretty awesome.
closed. I mean, the Silver
Yeah, and
Dollar
it's not like
renovations.
Lucan is doing it. You know, the Smiling Buddha is still going really well, so I'm sure
That's good.
it's not the end for someone's career.
Placebo Space
Yeah.
down in the West
Like,
End.
Is Placebo closing?
No, luckily
It's just the way it's always been.
Yeah.
Venues recycling into new
Yeah,
ones.
closing and opening. And
Sandy, what do you think about the Toronto music scene?
I like how there's always something going on, and I feel like as a band starting out, we've never had a shortage of gigs or places to play in Toronto, which is awesome. And any band could come here and like play, get in the scene, good connections. It's a great place like to build yourself as a musician and a community of people. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
The next question is for you guys is it important for musicians to be musically trained? I mean, theory-wise. Do you guys
It
agree?
helps. It helps a lot. You don't have to be, of course. Like, if I know great musicians who don't know much theory and who go off 100% by ear, and they're amazing. I've personally figured out within my own journey that the theoretical aspect of it really helped just narrow things down, and kind of it lets you know how things work, and then allows you to break them and go outside of that and really expand on what you already know and try and create something different from what's already been done. But yeah, I think, like, for me personally, school has helped a lot for just kind of like learning it through a process. But you can just find stuff online, honestly. And like, there's a lot of information online. If you just, like, for example, if you play an instrument or sing or do whatever, if you just lift shit and keep practicing.
What do you mean by lift?
and, like, transpose. So
transcribing
sorry.
a famous solo, a drum solo, guitar solo.
Not even writing it down, right? Just like hearing it and playing to it?
Well, eventually write it down so that you're able to visualize it. Writing it down helps me visualize how it's written within the grid. But yeah, like, you don't have to write it down, but I think writing it down helps because you're just able to really visualize it and see what the person's doing. And it also helps if you forget it. If you do a transcription and then forget it, like 6 months later, you can just pull it up and there, if you're not a good sight reader, you can just practice your sight reading on that.
You know, I'd just like to add to that too, and like, I'm probably the least theoretically inclined player in this band, and you know, when I first joined the band, I really wasn't studying it at all. What I found was to communicate the ideas that I had in my head to my bandmates, being able to say it in the terms of the notes as opposed to just vocalizing it and singing it was, you know, made it a lot easier to get on the same page. It feels like it's more of a language than it is a way of thought.
Oh, of course.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's something that you got to
I
practice.
think that
It's like-
most of us in this band, like, when we're playing, probably aren't necessarily trying to do the math of every chord that we're playing. We just
You play.
Play.
It's something
Right?
that's
Yeah,
embedded.
you-
It's something that eventually gets embedded in you, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us about the two songs that we're playing tonight, Rocka Funk and Funkafella?
Alright, so, Rocka Funk, I wrote it like kind of the beginning of the year. I go to Humber College, and part of third year, we do recitals. So I just decided to write a couple tunes for recitals. I started off instrumental, just rhythm section and horns, and I don't know, just kind of jammed it out, just played it out with some people. You know, people liked it, changed up a few things, and we played it, and it turned out really well.
How did you initially write it? Like, did you use a computer? Did you write it out on paper?
I just kind of wrote melodies on Sibelius.
Perfect pitch.
Just
Yeah?
Sibelius. I literally just wrote it all on
And
Sibelius.
that's like a program.
It's a music software.
That's where the theory helps.
Yeah,
That's where
the
the
theory, learning how to write proper
Definitely.
charts,
So-
chord progression, lyrics, notes, like Sibelius, and it's a good like music software for like hands-on computer stuff. I mean, writing is great too. I mean, the skills to like writing stuff on paper is great too. But like another like technology computer thing, I mean, Sibelius. I mean, I've used one for a while called MuseScore, but that was for free.
And those aren't like recording softwares like we have on the
No,
screen,
no,
right?
those
They're-
are like strictly like composition.
Yeah, they're just the staff and
Staff,
the notes.
notes.
Yeah.
And you can listen
Composition.
back, but it's not designed for that.
I mean,
Yeah.
there is playback, but it's
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah.
The midis.
The
Oh,
midis.
yeah.
Playback.
Well, let's just go
Ready,
back to the
anything?
last
Oh, I
thing.
didn't even enter about my
Get a li-
tunes.
Just make it quick about if you think theory is important for musicians.
Oh,
Do you
theory?
think-
Yeah, I think it's important. I think the biggest thing about theory is that it conveys ideas faster, I find, if you're
Yeah.
trying to teach something. Like, you can't have someone show up to a gig and not know the tunes or not know how to read, but if they knew how to read, then they could show up and read the tunes. Like, I think that's the biggest thing for me, especially as as a working musician, is I could show up somewhere and
Just
and
read
learn
off
the
the
stuff
chart.
quickly or read off the charts, right? But it's definitely not necessary. There's a lot of really amazing players who don't read, and I think that like it's just a faster way of conveying ideas, obviously, like
Yeah.
in my opinion. But yeah, and also helps you. Sorry, it
Sorry,
also
go
helps
ahead,
you
go ahead.
like understand what you're doing, like what you're playing. Like you might like have an idea or melody in your head, but if you know like the theory behind it, you know like why it works with like what you're doing or why it doesn't work and other stuff like that.
Just the reason why I just asked about the theory is just because you guys have horns, but you guys never always had horns. So what made you really have that? Just go to that.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to put that to funk bands within the city. Amazing bands such as Casey Roberts, After Funk, Funny Funk, bands like that who have just really, I feel, put an influence on what we do now. I got into jazz fusion in first year, and so that was an idea of like I wanted to kind of challenge the band in a way of adding odd time signatures, throwing out bigger arrangements with more sounds and stuff. And I feel like it's just really filled out the band and it really helps us out on sound aspects on it. It just makes everything sound a lot fuller and way better. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Energy,
Better taste,
live.
too.
I remember when you showed me Return to Forever.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I guess we don't need this mic anymore, but I'll just hold it.
Just
so
keep
it
going.
looks professional.
I hope it's safe.
It all saved. It's just dead at
Can we
this
plug
point.
this guy in there?
Yeah, you can, but it would be kind of a long cord. I don't really care, but
We'll just keep building
There's
from
already a
here.
good, decent mic on that.
yeah,
so-
okay.
Okay.
What I was saying was, yeah, when you showed me Return to Forever, specifically the album Romantic Warrior, I kind of like understood fusion music just a little bit more. Like, I feel like it helped bridge the gap because of how out there it is. There's really nothing else that can compare to that. So I'd recommend checking out that band to anyone who's watching this right now.
And Gong. Gong was another band that I got into. It was an Alan Holdsworth. He was in that for a while.
Yeah.
He's a crazy guitar player if you haven't heard of him yet.
Yeah, I honestly the idea of horns, like Michael said, just adds so much life to the music. Just so much more textures, so many layers. I mean, the first rehearsal we had with horns was just like, whoa.
What was your influence with Rocka Funk and Funkafella? Like where did that come from?
Well, one of my favorite bands, obviously, Snarky Puppy. They're definitely one of my big influence, jazz fusion. Just making, like, complicated melodies with, like, time signatures or crazy messed up grooves accessible to the public that's still, like, enjoyable, I find. When I saw them in the Phoenix Theater in the fall, I was, like, super blown away. Just, like, they have all these different melodies, but, like, everyone was just singing along to them. They're just in the music. Like, everyone in the audience felt like they're part of the music.
Yeah.
And, like, their music was meaningful. It reached out and engaged because just everyone felt part of it, just singing along with the different melodies and stuff. That's definitely, that kind of music definitely is. It's special. With the tunes Rocka Funk, yeah, Snarky Puppy, Lettuce, another, like, straight up funk band. Just writing horn lines, melodies. Lettuce is also one of my other favorite bands as well.
Lettuce?
Lettuce.
Okay.
Like the food lettuce.
Lettuce eat.
Lettuce was
Lettuce
an
eat.
aphrodisiac back in ancient Egypt.
Yeah, I heard
It's
that.
the sexiest food.
Yeah,
It's all about that crunch.
Fun facts with Tom.
Fun fact of the day. Now you know. Did you know?
And a little bit of a bit of Zeppelin, one tune by the Crunch. I think I wrote a B section that was very similar, but it was when I wrote the melody down for the B section, I was like, wait, this sounds familiar.
Funk Me Gently was influenced by. We had a song called Funk Me Gently before we were the Accolades. Yeah, that was influenced by the Crunch actually.
Yeah, I just kind of wrote down things I think I hear something, or I just sing things in my head. Some things I remember, some things I don't. If I just really like something, oh, this is cool, I'll just write it down. That's kind of how it went to be.
Cool.
Do you guys want to go
Wrap it
back
up
to
in
recording?
short? Yeah.
So let's do a little
Let's do a lightning
All right,
round.
thanks for
Let's-
watching,
Murphy
guys.
signing off.
Yeah. No, seriously, thanks for watching, guys. You can catch us May 18th at the Piston for the Harris Showcase.
You might catch us busking too before that. So
Hey.
be downtown.
You can get me out.
That's
in
Michael's
the morning
catchphrase.
after a
Be
Friday
downtown.
night.
Be downtown. Hey guys, want to go busking?
Yeah.
I feel that's gonna be his catchphrase
Great.
every day now.
Sure, why not? Just
Great.
don't wear this. It might be a little too hot for busking.
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Sorry, almost the summer. Been taking off these pants off in no time.
All right, thanks so
Okay.
much, guys. See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being on to the interview, and have a good night.
We don't have to know about me liking
Yeah.
more solid.
We can cut that out. So what do you guys have planned in the near future? So what do you guys have planned in the next future? Next future.
Just say near future. Don't say next.
No, tell us. What's the most shenanigan experience that you have
With the
Tale.
band, or
No, just your own personal shenanigans.
my own personal.
Yeah.
Let's get PG or
I'm pretty sure this is an exclusive interview right now, so you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right.
It's off the record here, boys.
Off the record, the craziest shenanigans I got myself into, probably. No, you know what? Fuck that. This
It's off the record, though.
Okay, this will be on the record.
On the record here.
On the
Right
record
now.
here.
Lay it on the line.
It was second year. I went into Winters and I had this genius plan of starting a water slide on the 4th floor.
Okay.
And so me and a bunch of other people got garbage bags and soap, and I went to flood the washrooms on the 4th floor.
Oh,
And
man.
yeah, the Dawn came in and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" and kicked me out of res for the night. So I had to sleep across on the couch for the night. And
Wow.
the person who let me in was somebody I just met that night, which is even funnier. She wasn't too happy about that.
You're just overflowing with lots of things, Michael.
We're living in the dark, nocturnal and cursed.
Dun, 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 dun.